I don't want to spend too much time talking about the Jets here and them losing to the Broncos in London. I do just have to take a moment to talk about Aaron Glenn melting down before the half. Kurt Warner and Rich Eisen are pulling their hair out screaming. You can hear the entire stadium wondering what the hell is going on as they fake the punt, they get it, then they run it, then they line up, and then they just let the clock expire. This is more indicative of a bigger issue, and that's the reason I want to bring this up. I liked Aaron Glenn. I thought he was a good hire for the Jets. It made sense to me. It really did. This is a perfect example that just because you're a good coordinator doesn't mean you're going to be a good head coach. Coordinators, head coaches, completely different jobs. The amount of people that become head coaches and seem genuinely clueless about game management, the clock, how to, control a football game. It baffles me. You would think maybe these things get discussed in an interview process. Maybe you just assume guys can handle it. But the amount of coaches we're starting to see blunder game situations, end of game, end of half situations, clock situations. Think about Eberflus last year on Thanksgiving. It happens all of the time. I don't know if it's more baffling to people like me and people my age who we all grew up playing Madden, so it's just second nature to us. But older people are screaming at the TV too, who have never played Madden. I don't know how they can be a defensive coordinator for so long and go through the league and then get into a position as a head coach and just seem clueless. But that really is the difference between the two positions. When you're a coordinator, you're just worried about one side of the ball. You're calling plays, you're operating that side. When you're the head coach, you are in control of the football team. You are managing the game. And not just on the field, off the field. You're managing every issue. Hey, someone's got to be off this week because his wife is sick or has to go to the hospital. Hey, this guy got in trouble and got caught speeding and got a ticket. Now he's on the front page of the news. All of those extra things that people don't think about that you have to deal with as a head coach. Aaron Glenn is very, very clearly in over his head. Hate to admit it because I honestly thought he was a good hire just because when he was at Detroit, I loved what he got out of that defense. I wouldn't have been such a fan of the hire if it hadn't have been for him getting the most out of those guys last year. Detroit had a ton of defensive injuries last year, and he still had them playing well in the Jets. It looks like no one really respects him. Nobody cares about the team. And this is one of those situations where if you're Aaron Glenn, maybe this is why you think about not taking the job because the Jets just chew you up and spit you out if you're a coach. Rex Ryan's the last one to get out of there somewhat with his reputation intact. It's just a stay away because the franchise is cursed. It destroys everything that comes within it. And it doesn't help when you don't know how to manage game situations because it was embarrassing watching the Jets and Aaron Glenn do that in London.